How's it going, everybody? This is RBT coming at you with my NFL Week 3 prediction video. And I'm sorry for the late upload. I didn't get to record this last night because I have been out of it the last couple of days. College is a killer. It's a killer, and it doesn't help that I'm playing football at my school. Well, in intramural league, and we had a triple header Sunday night, and I got like 3 hours of sleep before I had school yesterday. So I came home yesterday and just crashed. Yeah, I just crashed. I didn't have time to record this, and I just woke up. It's like 12 o'clock. But I needed that sleep, and I hope you guys don't hate me for that. So I'm still getting these videos uploaded. But before I get started, I'm not doing an Alabama preview this week because it's Colorado State, and I won't be able to do a recap either because it's my sister's getting married this Saturday, so I won't have any time to do that, which sucks. But that's that. But hey, let's go. Let's get this going. It shouldn't be that long of a video, because Tuesdays are packed for me. Absolutely packed. I have so much stuff to do on Tuesdays. Okay, so let's get started. First game, we have Thursday night, Kansas City at Philadelphia. Philadelphia coming off that extremely disappointing loss versus the Chargers, and then you have the Kansas City Chiefs coming off a win. A very, very slim win against the Dallas Cowboys, 17-16. And something I wanted to talk about real quick was I saw a tweet from Skip Bayless talking about I thought that Chip Kelly was supposed to revolutionize the NFL, like saying it sarcastically. Shut the frick up. They've played 2 games. In both games, the offense has played very well. Mike Vick had over 400 yards passing, if I'm not mistaken, in this game. Where was it at? I think it was like 428 yards passing. Shut the frick up, Skip Bayless. He's just looking for attention. I don't think he really believes that. The defense just isn't playing well for the Eagles. And Kansas City's played. I mean, they're competing. They're 2-0 right now. Can they beat the Eagles? I don't think so. Playing at home in Philadelphia, I think the Eagles have a great offensive game. I do think Alex Smith puts up some yards against that defense. But I think the Eagles outscore the Chiefs, and I have them winning something like 35-28 over the Chiefs. And it does suck for the Eagles fans. They lost last game because they got let down there at the end. But anyways, move on to the Sunday night games, or the Sunday games. The Packers at the Bengals. Ooh, the Bengals did beat the Steelers last night on Monday Night Football, but the Steelers have been playing horribly on the offensive side of the football. And Green Bay absolutely obliterated the Redskins yesterday. So I'm gonna go with Sunday. But I'm gonna go with the Packers in this game. Aaron Rodgers will have a big game. Cincinnati will score their own share of points, but Green Bay should come out and play well, and they should win 34-24 over the Bengals. Next, we have St. Louis at the Cowboys. Cowboys, like I just mentioned before, was beat by 1 point by the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Rams coming off a touchdown loss to the Falcons last week. This is going to be a tough game. The Rams, like I said before the season, I think they're going to be a little bit better this year. I'm not sure record-wise how they're going to be, but they're going to be a better team, definitely with the young receivers that they got onto the team this season, Tavon Austin and company. It'll be a tough game. I think both teams put up a fair share of points. Tony Romo, I believe, will have a big game against the Rams secondary, but I do have the Cowboys winning this game. I think they outscore the Rams. I think it'll be fairly a high-scoring game. I'll go Dallas 34, Rams 31. Next, we have the San Diego Chargers versus my Tennessee Titans. Man, like I said, I'm not gonna make my Alabama preview, but I'm gonna make my Tennessee Titans preview here in just a second. And I said the Titans were gonna win last week against the Texans. Man, they came so close. Titans gonna Titan. God, that would have been an amazing start to the season. 2-0 with the win against the Texans, like they had in the bag. And God, that was sad how that ended up. Man, I want to beat the Texans so bad. But the Chargers, they look revamped. Coach Mike McCoy looking like he's really helped out Phillip Rivers, and he's looking a lot better. The Titans, though, our defense is for real. We did kind of get let down the last part of the fourth quarter Our secondary couldn't stop Matt Shaw, but when Matt Shaw's on, he's dangerous. DeAndre Hopkins was making some insane catches. And but I do think our defense is for real this season, so much better than last season. We're actually running the ball really well, and I think Jake Locker will play well in this game, playing at home. I am going to give us the victory, a touchdown victory, 27 to 21. Titans over the San Diego Chargers. I know the Chargers are better than I believe they were going to be before the season, but I think the Titans also are better than what I thought they were going to be. I've been really surprised at how well our defense has been playing. The corners, Altron Verner's been having a big year. George Wilson and Bernard Pollard, very, very good in the secondary. And they did get kind of gassed at the end of the game, but I think overall they're playing a lot better. Front seven, getting a lot of pressure. Zach Brown's playing amazing, and I think we're a lot better this season. We're going under the radar because I mean nobody's giving us chances in any of these games. I bet half people in the country don't even notice how well we played last week against the Texans, who some consider to be a Super Bowl team. And the Texans actually came back as well against the San Diego Chargers. Had to come back to beat them too, but I'm giving us 27-21 victory over the Chargers. Cleveland at Minnesota. Cleveland was beat. What's the final score in their game? Like 14-6. Yep, they lost to it was the Ravens 14-6. And then you have the Minnesota Vikings. They were beat. Yep, they were beat by 1 point by the Bears. So both teams coming off a fairly close game from a week ago. Man, I'm going to go Minnesota. I think Cleveland will keep their defense will keep it closer than some people think. I don't think Christian Ponder's going to have a big game, but they're going to rely on AP, have a big game on the ground. I think they win by 10 points. I'm about to say about 11, 21-10, 21-13 Vikings over the Browns. Next, we have Tampa Bay at New England. I think this game really is dependent on if Rob Gronkowski comes back, because we all know that Danny Amendola, he's out for a few weeks. The receivers played bad last week, almost lost to the Jets last week. The Patriots did, and Tampa Bay coming off a very, very, very close loss against the New Orleans Saints. I just read a tweet earlier saying that Rob Gronkowski's 50-50 for this week, and even if he does come back, he won't be fully healthy. And I think Tampa Bay's a lot better than the Jets, even though they did lose to the Jets week 1. That was really surprising. I could not believe they lost to the Jets. But I think overall they're better than the Jets. I think they just had an odd week. Man, I think I'm gonna go Tampa Bay. I think Tampa Bay comes out, shocks the Patriots, wins really close. The Patriots offense still, I believe, is going through some growing pains, especially with the fact that they have nobody that can really catch. It'll be big though if Gronkowski can come back, but even if he is, he's not going to be fully healthy. So I'm going to go Tampa Bay in a close victory, 24-21 over the Patriots. And an upset win. That'll be the first win of the season, I believe. Yeah, they lost last week. Yep, that'll be the first one of the season for the Bucs, and first loss for the Patriots. Next we have Arizona at New Orleans. Arizona coming off a 25-21 victory against the Lions. New Orleans, like I just mentioned, came off a close victory against Tampa Bay. Both teams, I believe, are good. I think Arizona's a lot better than some people perceived early on in the season. I knew that because, I mean, Larry Fitzgerald, I mean, he's going to have a big year. He's ready for a big year. I mean, you go through a couple of years with horrible quarterbacks when you're one of the best receivers, if not the best receiver in the NFL. And you finally get a quarterback that can throw the ball with Carson Palmer, you're in for a big year, and he's ready for a breakout year, and I think he's gonna have a big year overall. But can they beat the Saints? I don't think so. I think the Saints' defense is head and shoulders better than it was a season ago. Their defense is playing really good, and I think Drew Brees, Darren Sproles, Marquise Colston, they have a big game. Beat the Cardinals by a touchdown. They're 34-27 Saints over the Cards. Detroit at Washington, I believe. I'm not real sure, but I think both teams are 0-2 coming into this game. Both teams have potentially good offenses. I was wrong. Sorry, Detroit. That was right. Detroit beat the Vikings week 1. Is RG3 ready for a breakout week where he doesn't play poor in the first half? I think so. I think the Detroit defense is suspect. They have great players, but I still don't believe they've really set that mold of what they need to have chemistry-wise on the defensive side of the football to be a top unit. They have talent, like I said, but I'm not real sure about them. And I mean, that's somewhere where a team can prove you wrong throughout the season. I mean, Detroit has the talent to be one of the best teams in the NFL. I just don't understand how they haven't really molded that together. Is Washington ready to beat them? I think they are. I think Washington's ready to get their first one of the season. I don't think Washington's as bad as some people perceive them to be after the first couple weeks. I almost came back week 1 against the Eagles, and last week they were beat down pretty bad by the Packers. Oh man, but yeah, I think Washington comes out as the first win of the season. RG3 has a big game. I mean, it's obvious his knee isn't 100%. He'll get better over time. Practice makes perfect. So I'll give him a victory close by a field goal. But watch out, Detroit could win this game. But I'm gonna go Washington with the gut feeling by a field goal, 27-24 Detroit Lions. New York Giants at Carolina, both teams 0-2 right now. Giants coming off a huge loss against the best team in the NFL, the Broncos, by far, I believe. And then Carolina's lost 2 fairly close games so far in the season. Their defense is playing well. Cam Newton necessarily hasn't been as good as people expected him to be coming into the season, but he really has no help, honestly, I don't think. But I think the Giants finally get a win. Another close win, a close loss, disappointing loss for the Panthers, but I think Giants going there ready for the first one of the season. I think they'll run the ball better than they had the first couple weeks. Eli, I believe, will have a better game. He threw 4 picks last game. I think the defense plays well. It really just depends on how Carolina can execute on offense, but I think Giants win close, 24-21 over the Panthers. Houston at Baltimore. Houston coming off the overtime win against my Titans. Baltimore coming off the fairly close win against the Browns. Baltimore's defense, I'm not necessarily sold on it just yet. I mean, week 1, Baltimore was absolutely blasted by the Broncos, which I was glad because I Peyton on my fantasy team. Got me 70-something points, and that was insane. But I'm still not sold on their defense. I mean, they played the Browns last week with Brandon Weeden. They can't really score many points. They have to rely on Trent. And that offensive line they have, their offense is in disarray, so I don't really count that game for Baltimore's defense. And Houston, I think they're for real. Maybe Ed Reed will be back this week. Not sure if he is, but if he is, it'll make it that much easier for the Texans. The best trio in football, offensive trio: Andre Johnson, Arian Foster, and Matt Schaub. And you add in DeAndre Hopkins to the list. He played outstanding last week against my Titans. I think they win this game fairly easily. I'll give them a 2-touchdown victory. I'll go 31-17 Texans over the Ravens. Next we have Atlanta at Miami. Miami's actually coming off the win against the Colts. Falcons got their first one of the season last week against who did they play last week? Who did Atlanta? Oh, the Rams. The Rams. That's right. They got the touchdown victory against the Rams. Who's gonna win? Is Miami for real? Some people have them predicted to win the AFC East. I'm not really sure if I'm sold on that. I still think the Patriots find a way to win the AFC East. But I think Atlanta will get this victory. I think their defense will come out, play well. I think Matt Ryan has a big game. Roddy White, Julio Jones, they should score some points. Miami should score some points as well. But I think when it comes down to it, Atlanta will outscore the Dolphins. I'll say Atlanta 31, Miami 24. There you go. Alright, now we have the Buffalo Bills at the New York Jets. Man, the Bills, EJ Manuel's been playing well, according to me. Some people have been hating on him, but I mean, frick, this is the second week. That was the second week in the NFL, and he still beat a good defense in the Carolina Panthers last week. And he made a couple mistakes, but I still think he's played well for a young guy, for a rookie. And I still think the Jets are one of the worst teams in the NFL, even though they won week 1 against the Tampa Bay, and they played really, really tough against the Patriots. Their defense is not bad, but I'm still not sold on that offense. I think Geno Smith makes their offense so much better than it would be with Mark Sanchez, but still, I'm not sold on it. I think Buffalo goes into New York, gets the victory, close. I think it's a low-scoring game, but I'll go Buffalo 17, New York 14 in this game. All right, now we have Indianapolis at the 49ers. The Colts coming off the loss against the Dolphins, like I just mentioned, and the San Francisco 49ers coming off the absolute obliteration Sunday night against the Seahawks. That was bad. What was the final score? 29 or 27-3. That was bad. But they're not as bad as they played. They played in Seattle, one of the toughest environments, probably the toughest environment in all the NFL. They just couldn't get anything going on offense. They really couldn't stop the Seattle. And they just was just not a good game for the 49ers. I think next time they play the Seahawks, they'll be closer. But I think San Francisco will come back and pull out a tough victory in this game. I think Colin Kaepernick will get back on track. Frank Gore have a decent game in this one, and just really depends on how the wide receivers can play. But I do think San Francisco wins this game. I think Andrew Luck and the Colts keep it close. I expect T.Y. Hilton to have a big game. It did take a big blow for the the Colts offense when Vic Ballard went down. It took a big hit for my fantasy team because I had no good. He was my best running back, so frick, I have to get another running back. I gotta get another wide receiver and running back. I just thought about that. I need to do that in a second. Danny Amendola's hurt too, so frick. But yeah. Anyways, I think the San Francisco 49ers win this game close, 27-24 over the Colts. This one's a laugher. The Jacksonville Jaguars versus Seattle Seahawks, who might be the second best team in the NFL right now behind the Broncos. Jacksonville worst team. It'll be a blowout by far. Seattle should win this game. I'll even go by 3 touchdowns. I'll go 34-10. Seattle over Jacksonville. It'll be a laugher. Bears at Pittsburgh. Shouldn't be a contest for the Bears. Pittsburgh offense is just in disarray. No good wide receivers. For the Steelers, the offensive line has been playing very, very bad. My Titans defense made the Steelers offense look like the worst in the NFL week 1. It was bad. The offensive line is just playing very, very bad. Marquise Pouncey might be out for the season. I really haven't heard anything on him. But I did see that injury. It might even be an ACL injury. I'm sorry if it's display of ignorance, but I haven't even seen what happened. Yes, Yeah, he's out for the season. Yeah, he's out for the season. So I think as long as he's out for the season, the Steelers' season might be done because their offensive line bad. But Chicago should come out and win this game. I said they'd win this game something like 24-10 over the Steelers. And next we have Oakland at Denver. And Broncos, until they prove me wrong, I think they're going to win every game. I think they're the best team in football, and I don't think there's really a team right now that can beat them. Their offense is clicking on all cylinders, best offense in the NFL. The Wes Welker pickup was huge, and the Monte Ball pickup was huge. Now they have a really good running game. And Oakland, I don't think they're as bad as some people think. I think Terrell Pryor's playing better than a lot of people think. He played really well a couple weeks ago. What did Oakland do last week? Did they play last week? I don't think they. Yep, no, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. They played the Jags. I totally forgot about that. Some perceive as the matchup of the worst 2 teams last week. I forgot about that. But the Broncos, they should win, no problem. But watch out, the Raiders could score some more points than some people think. But let's go Broncos. 42. Broncos 42, Raiders 21 in that game. So that was the Monday night game, so that's the last game to predict. So hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And leave a comment in the comment section below with your predictions for this week. And that's about it. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/S3RTR. Have a great day. And once again, I'm sorry for the delayed upload. Can't help it. Hope you guys forgive me. So catch you guys later.